Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big Phone Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 55 of winning a national title with every team in the game. If you guys didn't miss last episode, we just took West Virginia to win a national championship. If you guys missed any episodes, down in the description below will be a record of every team and that we have done so far, and their season they end up winning a national championship. But if you guys do want to watch the videos, up in the right-hand corner will be a playlist from episode 1 until now with 55. But obviously with a new episode means new team, means we get a wheel spin, and let's see which team we will do now. And that team will be, looks like we're going to Texas, and we are getting UTEP here with this one. Got to remove that. There we go. So UTEP is a little bit different than most teams. I actually don't know what they're on a 1.5 in the CUSA. They are a 75 overall team. Of course, going to be our head coach, and we are a tactician with our head coach here. So hopefully he has some stuff with recruiting wise, but all in all, we'll kind of see how it goes. But looking at our coaching abilities, we do have elite recruiter as well, so I don't know why I said tactician. But wide receiver, we're good. Offense, mostly as well, and along with tactician, mostly for the offense, along with strategist, but I really don't use visiting prospects either. Our offensive coordinator does have motivator, mostly for the offense, which will be good, but he needs to upgrade the top parts one more so we can get that off-season training boost. And our defensive coordinator does have elite recruiter for the defense, which will be very, very helpful. Did I say he has 2, but it's mostly... Oh, I thought that was... It is... No, it's 3. Okay, I just looked at it wrong. It is what it is. It's fine. But taking a look at the team, at the roster-wise, let's see what we got. We do have an 86 overall right end. We have a 78 overall strong safety, but other than that, this team needs help. Quarterback's a 74. Hopefully he can improve. We do have Pickles, JP Pickles. What a name. 66 overall, 75 speed. We do have Devlin, 63 overall, 82 speed. Halfback's a 77 with 88 speed. We're going to need some speed at the halfback position. Wide receiver, yeah, that desperately needs help. Tight end, 71. He's also a sophomore, 76 overall. Offensive, I mean, this team just needs help everywhere. Other than, I mean, the right end's leaving us anyways. But yeah, this team needs a lot of help. So definitely going to be a while. I didn't check if we need a kicker or a punter in this recruiting class. We do not. They're good. But I'm going to go ahead, simulate season 1. I'll see everyone at the end of season 1 here with UTEP. And here we are at the end of season 1 with UTEP, where we go 5-7. Not a great season. We go under 500. We lost big time to Nebraska, 62-17. My goodness, we only started 1-4 or 1-3 to start the season after beating FCS, but then losing to Liberty and Colorado State. We beat Sam Houston, then lost to Western Kentucky. Then we went back-to-back against FIU and Louisiana Tech before losing to Middle Tennessee, and then beating Kennesaw State for our final win of the season. Then losing to Tennessee and New Mexico by the same score of 20-13. So we handled our own against an SEC opponent, but New Mexico State was kind of a rough loss, especially losing only by 7 to a 4-8 team where we could have had a chance to go 500. But I don't think we're going to be getting a bowl game, obviously, since we are 5-7. We just signed a 3-star tight end. That will definitely help out the team. But other than that, Will Howard wins the Heisman, 3,600 yards, 35 touchdowns to 4 interceptions on the season. And we'll be going through the bracket right now and seeing who wins it. Texas State, UCF, Ohio State, Clemson, and Georgia will the automatic qualifiers, with Notre Dame, Alabama, and Oregon, Colorado, Virginia Tech, and Miami and Michigan as the at-large bid. So let's go ahead, simulate to the end of the season recap, see who eventually wins the national championship game, and we'll go from there with next season. We definitely got a lot of recruits coming in that should help out this team. We're going to be losing a lot of players, but pro potential and coach stability will go up to a B-. Coach prestige does go down to a D+, which isn't very, very nice, but looks like we're going to have 7 players try to want to transfer out, which honestly I'm okay with. And Clemson over UCF in year number 1. This is kind of a different one than normal. 37-31, Clemson beating UCF. So, all in all, that's going to end Season 1. It's on to Season 2 here with UTEP. And here in Season 2 with UTEP, we go 4-8 on the season. It's a lot worse than last season. We start out 3-2. I mean, losing to Utah State, beating FCS, losing to Texas, but then beating Western Kentucky and Middle Tennessee before losing back-to-back to Florida International, Kennesaw State before winning New Mexico State, and then losing their last 4 games against Sam Houston, Jacksonville State, Uconn, and Louisiana Tech. So not a very good season here in year number 2 with UTEP. Hopefully that we can improve by a couple wins, hopefully, next season once we get all of our guys, I guess, better-wise. We did just sign 3 stars, so that will help out. We also got 1 more about to commit as well. Right now we're a 79 overall team, so that's probably why we lost a bunch. But Drones wins the Heisman. Only 2,800 yards, 25 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He had to get more on the ground as well for a Heisman winner. We actually got the best punter. That's never a good thing when you get the best punter. 67 punts, 3,000 yards. But, I mean, we're not going to make a bowl game. We're just going to go ahead, submit to the end-of-season recap, and then look at the bracket for the college football playoff. And then we will go from there. But anywho, I'm hoping that Season 3 will be a lot better. At least, hopefully, we can get to 6 wins. Pro potential goes down. Conference prestige go up. Coach stability and coach prestige both go down. It's not what we need. We're also now a 1-star school. We were a 1.5, so we're going to lose a bit on recruiting-wise. It looks like Alabama won it all over UCLA with Jacksonville State, Rice, Georgia, Kansas State, and Michigan as the automatic qualifiers. So Rice and Jacksonville State, 2 G5 schools that made it. UCLA had an easy route to the semifinals at least. But Texas Tech, Clemson, Alabama, Notre Dame, and Ohio State, Penn State as the at-large bids. But that's going to end Season 2. It is on to Season 3 here with UTEP. And in Season 3, we continue to go backwards. We are 2-10 on the season. Not great at all. Our only 2 wins came against Jacksonville State, who was ranked at the time when we played them. They ended up having a terrible season at 4-8. And then Kennesaw State, who went 7-5. Other than that, I mean, we barely put up. I mean, we lost by 1 to Western Kentucky. We only put up 10 points against FIU and Middle Tennessee. I mean, it was a lot of close losses besides Oklahoma. And even Michigan, we lost by 4. Oklahoma, we lost by 8. I mean, it was all 1-score games. Besides, of course, New Mexico State, who we lost by 21. But other than that, it was in Middle Tennessee, but it was all 1-score games that we lost by. So, I mean, we're getting closer, but still, absolutely terrible season going 2-10 and not having a single season so far being above 500. So we need to change stuff up. That's why we fired both of our coordinators. If we would have had coach firing on, I'd probably already be fired at this point. But since we have coach firing off, we're staying around. But did just get 7,000 XP for some reason. I'll take it. But, you know, Sellers with Tennessee wins the Heisman Trophy. 3,100 yards, 39 touchdowns to 2 interceptions on the season. And that is about it. So let's go ahead, hire some coordinators. We're looking for recruiting plus motivator. That's what I would want. And hopefully someone has that. There we go. Offer coach. It's also part of our spread scheme as well. This guy has mostly motivator, but does have some recruiting. But I want someone with recruiting. And hopefully someone will have that. That one has a little bit. I guess we'll try to get this guy, but I don't think he'll come to the school. But we're going to go one week by week here instead. So we're going to change it up just a little bit for just season 3 wise, because I want to see if we get our coordinators this week. And if we do, we're good. Right now we're at 81 overall, and yet we only won 2 games, which is just terrible. We did not get the defensive coordinator, which I guess is fine. We'll go ahead and get this guy. He's a tactician a little bit, but does have some recruiting and some motivator as well. Hopefully he can improve both those things this season. And we can get some boosts for training-wise. Just making sure one more time that we have this guy. We do, so we are good there. Different scheme for our defense, but all in all, I think it's going to be fine. We'll just advance now 2 more weeks. Here, we'll go over the bracket once we are done here and see who wins it all in year number 3. Unfortunately, going 2-10, I mean, everything's going down. Stability, prestige, and pro potential all go down, so we're not going to get any good recruits for next season. Clemson beats Miami 34-10 with UTSA, North Carolina, Tennessee, Wisconsin, and Arizona as the automatic qualifiers, with Oregon, Alabama, and Miami, Notre Dame, Georgia, and Clemson and Michigan as the at-large bids. Georgia put up 69 points in the quarterfinals against Wisconsin. Nice. Miami put up 52 in the semifinals. But anyways, that's going to end Season 3. It's on to Season 4 here with UTEP. And don't ask me how, but in Season 4, UTEP, who just went 2 wins last year, all of a sudden win 10 wins this year with 8-0 in the conference play. I don't know how this happened. We're an 85 overall team, so maybe that's how. Our only losses came against Texas and Clemson. Texas even ended up going 4-8, and Clemson went 52-10 on the season. So not a very good year for both those teams. But I mean, we went 9 straight games, or I guess 10 straight games with a week 0 game, and we end up only needing 2 more wins. We beat Louisiana Tech and New Mexico State, who will play in the conference championship. And I think if we win this game, we go to the college football playoff with us being the 15. There could be other people above us, but we have to win here. We just got a 3-star left in, so that will definitely help out. And we won. We're actually ranked 13th. The championship contender is now an A. Program tradition goes up to a C-. And all of a sudden, we turned this program around in a year, pretty much. It took us a couple years to get some recruits in that could actually do something, but hey, J.P. Pickles, 330 yards and a touchdown, wins player of the week. That's why we're doing so good, is because we have Pickles on our team. But it looks like we do get into the college football playoff because it didn't give us anything that we made a bowl game or anything like that. Maybe we'll hear in just a second. We got 2,000 XP, probably from all the signees. Randy Dingle. What a name. 4,200 yards, 4,269. What a yard total. 42 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And we'll be playing Oklahoma in the college football playoff. So we do get into the college football playoff here in year number 4 against Oklahoma, with us, Toledo, Georgia, SMU, and Michigan as the automatic qualifiers, and Oklahoma, Utah, USC, Maryland, Pitt, Miami, and Tennessee as the at-large bid. So I don't know how, but we did. But let's go ahead and play Oklahoma in the college football playoff. We're in 83, and they are at 90. I'm highly expecting just to get everything just stomped in, and we won't even have a shot. So there's that. So hopefully we'll kind of see what we can do here. Looks like we're going to start on defense first here, and we give up a touchdown, but their offense gets a field goal. Then we get a turnover, so it's 7-3 after 1, and now we punt. We get multiple punts for both sides. We have a lead at the half, 10-7 lead going into the third quarter. And now Oklahoma scores. We score. It's 17-14 in the fourth quarter. I am very surprised it's this close, and we have a lead. 1st and goal, and we have 4th and goal, so we just have to kick a field goal. We had a chance to go up 2 scores, and now Oklahoma takes the lead. And then we take the lead with 1:21 to go. A huge sack, and that's going to do it. I don't know how, but somehow, some way, UTEP has beat Oklahoma 29-21. This turnaround is going to need to be studied because we just won 12 games in a single season. Here in year number 4 after some terrible first 3 seasons with this same roster. Granted, I don't think we've signed a single 4-star as well. It's all been 3 stars. So we'll move on to play Toledo in the second round in the quarterfinals. Again, I don't think we're going to be making it very far. Even if we beat Toledo here in the Fiesta Bowl, I don't think we're going to be moving very far, but let's try it. They're 11-2 on the season. They're a 79 overall, so technically we do have the overall advantage. There's that. And we stopped Oklahoma. We only allowed 21 points against Oklahoma. So then again, there is that. So we'll have to see what we can do. We're going to start on defense first here in the quarterfinals, and our defense gets a stop, and we get a field goal. They also get a field goal. It's 3-3 after 1. Second quarter time, multiple punts for both sides, and it'll stay at 3-3 at the half. We start with the football and get another field goal. Well, they get the first touchdown of the game. It's 10-6 going into the fourth. We get a stop. Now offense needs to do something. They can't, and Toledo scores again. It's a 9-point game with 3 minutes to go, and this game is going to end there. Toledo is the one that stops our run. I didn't believe we were going to get here, but Toledo beats us 24-6 in the Fiesta Bowl. I'm just surprised we beat Oklahoma. That's a win in my book. We should receive a very big boost to our star potential rating now. Or not star potential, but star prestige. I don't know why I said star potential. That doesn't make any sense. But our prestige school-wise will probably move up tremendously after that season. We do go up to a 2.5-star school. Pro potential goes up to a B-. Stability goes up to a C. Coach prestige goes up to a B+ as well. So we got a lot of good stuff now for recruits-wise, but other than that, Georgia defeats Maryland 48-26. Georgia beat Toledo 42-24, and Georgia completes the undefeated season at 16-0 over Maryland. So all in all, that's going to end Season 4, a miraculous Season 4 here with UTEP. It's going to be on to Season 5. And here we are again in Season 5 with UTEP. We go 10-2 again, 8-0 in the conference, having to play Liberty, who went 8-4 in the conference, or on the season, I believe 6-2 in the conference as well. Our first 2 losses came against Nebraska, or only 2 losses came against Nebraska to start the year and Texas State in Week 3. Other than that, though, we kind of ran through our conference. Wyoming, Liberty was close, New Mexico State was close, Louisiana Tech was close, but Kennesaw State we won easily. Middle Tennessee we won easily, and we had a 10-point win on Western Kentucky to final week of the season. So hopefully we can win this game as well, and then have a probably first-round bye in the college football playoff. Just signed a 3-star right guard. We actually had some 4-stars wanting to come to the school this year. Unfortunately, we did lose one of them. We actually lost. So we're 10-3, and now I think we're out of it because we are ranked 14th in the nation with that loss. So unfortunately, even though we had a guy drop 9 catches, 210 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and we still lost the game. What was the score? It was a while since we 38-35. We lost in overtime. That's unfortunate. But anywho, I mean, can't stop simulation when that's going to happen, unfortunately. But another 10-win season here for UTEP. We just got a 3-star quarterback and a 3-star right guard to commit as well. And we got 4,300 XP. Greg Irvin wins the Heisman Trophy for Florida Atlantic. 3,500 yards, 37 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Good for him. And we're playing Texas State in the Bahamas Bowl. So, again, no college football playoff this year after going last season. It is what it is, but it's fine. We're going to hopefully take this and win a lot more games next season, maybe even 11, because this team's going to get even better now since we just were at an 86. Pro potential is up to an A. We're now a 3.5-star prestige. We won our bowl game as well because we're 11-3. Coach stability is up to an A-. Coach prestige is up to an A. And, yeah, we've got a lot of A's now that we can use for recruiting-wise. And Michigan ends up winning it all with Rice, Kansas, Michigan, Virginia Tech, and Georgia as the automatic qualifiers, with Washington, Penn State, Florida Atlantic, Florida State, Miami, Maryland, and North Carolina as the at-large bids. So Florida Atlantic and Rice, including Florida Atlantic with the Heisman Trophy winner, made it to the second round. But Michigan ends up winning it all 14-12 over Miami. But that's going to end Season 5. It is on to Season 6 here with UTEP. And here we are in Season 6 with UTEP, but we go 10-2, 8-0 in the conference, facing Liberty, who went 11-1 on the season. Again, another very good season with UTEP in back-to-back seasons. We lost to Wyoming to start the year, but then we beat UNLV, beat Nevada. We lost to Texas by a bunch. Then we, again, went 8-0 in the conference. Middle Tennessee, FIU, Kennesaw State, New Mexico State, Western Kentucky, Jacksonville State, Sam Houston, Louisiana Tech. We did not play Liberty this year. So hopefully we can continue the winning streak and win again and get a college football playoff berth. If we lose, there's a high chance that we don't make it. We just signed 2 defensive tackles. Make that 3 defensive tackles. And we won. We are 11-2. So we go up to number 9 in the nation. We could still play in the first round. Highly likely that we play in the first round, but we'll never know. We'll have to see right here, right now, with how everything falls. We actually just signed a 4-star corner. That will definitely help us out. One of the, again, 4 stars that want to come here. And it looks like Bryce Carney wins the Heisman Trophy. 3,100 yards, 37 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the season. We did not get any awards, and we do get a bye. It'll be Arizona State, UTEP, Michigan, NC State, and Georgia, with Clemson, Nebraska, Oklahoma State, Liberty, Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Tennessee as the at-large bids. So, I mean, we have a shot. So let's see who will play after this this first simulation here. Hopefully it's Arizona State. I'd rather Arizona State. But then again, every time I say that, we lose the next week. We are going to be playing Clemson in the Peach Bowl. This is not going to be very fun. They beat them 27-13. Nebraska, Liberty, and Ohio State all moved on. So all the higher seeds won besides Clemson. They were the only team the lower teams that won. So we'll have to see how we do against this Clemson team. But let's get this started against Clemson. They're 11-3. We are 11-2 on the season. We are an 87. They're an 89. So they technically have the overall advantage. But we know that overalls don't really matter at this point in the year. If you made it this far, you made it this far, and there's a reason you did. Seen a lot of 82 overalls make it this far, too. Looks like we're starting on offense first. And we go nowhere, and Clemson goes 7-0 early. So 7-0 after the end of the first. We get a field goal, and they would get a touchdown and a turnover. It's 21-3 at the half. Not what you want to see. We've turned over multiple times. Defense gets a stop. We get a touchdown to make this an 11-point game. So it's still now down 2 scores. And we'll stay down 2 scores. Getting a couple of big plays. We are down 11, but a touchdown here would be great. We have to kick a field goal, so we're now down 8. And the defense gets another stop. 2 minutes to go. We have a first down and a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. We have tied the game. And they missed the field goal. We're going into overtime. We have scored 18 unanswered. They get a field goal. Now all we need is a touchdown. And somehow, some way, this team has done it. UTEP wins over Clemson 27-24, scoring 18 points in the second half, and then scoring a touchdown after we hold Clemson to a field goal. The defense is like one of the best parts of our team as well. I think we have like 490 overalls on defense, so probably that's why our defense is so good. It's because we have 490 overalls. So we'll go and play the winner of Michigan and Nebraska. Michigan has a chance again to go undefeated on the season. Hopefully, either it's us or Nebraska ends up stopping that chance. One team has already went undefeated and won it all. Let's hopefully not have it again. We're going to get Player of the Week awards. We only got one, and we're going to be in the Rose Bowl against Michigan. I want to see how Liberty did, because Liberty, of course, is in our stuff. They lost to NC State 31-24. Georgia won 48-13, and Michigan won 56-21 over Nebraska. So let's see how we do against this 14-0 Michigan team. They're an 89 overall, and we are an 87. We have the same exact defensive overall, but their offense is better than ours. But again, offenses don't play each other. It's offense versus defense, and that's why our defense is the best overall in the team. Looks like we're going to start on defense first, talking about defense, and the defense gets a stop. So does theirs, and it's 0-0 after the first quarter. Still nothing. We get a field goal, but they get a touchdown. It's 7-3 at the half. So they get a little bit of a lead, but we score a touchdown to take our lead again by 3, and it'll be 10-7 here in the fourth. We get a stop, and they miss the field goal. Did it get blocked? I don't even know, but 4th and inches, we punt it away. 3 minutes to go, and we get a stop on 4th down. But on 3rd down and 23, we get a huge play for a first down. That's going to do it. We get 2 big running plays, and we're going to beat Michigan for the first time all year. Giving them their first loss, 10-7. I lost words there for a second. Was not expecting Michigan to only put up 7 points. But the field goal in the second quarter and the touchdown in the third gives us the win. And we'll be moving on to the national title game. And let's see who it is. It's NC State or Georgia. I'm guessing it's probably going to be Georgia, because feels like we always play them at this point. But you just never know. We're going to get, of course, all the Player of the Weeks, and we will have to play Georgia in the national championship game here. They beat NC State 38-17. And, yeah, this is not going to be very fun, but let's see how we do against 14-1 Georgia. Their only loss came in SEC play, and they're an 89 overall team. Almost exactly like Michigan. 90 overall offense, 89 overall defense. Here for the national title. And it looks like we're going to start on defense first. Defense gets a stop, so does theirs, and we get a turnover to be up 3-0 after 1. So far the defense holding strong. Our offense, though, really hasn't given them much, and now they do. It's 2 straight scores. It's 17-0 at the half. Georgia will put up their first points of the game, and we get a big touchdown to give us still a 17-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Georgia's going for on every 4th down, and they don't get it. And another touchdown. What in the world has happened to Georgia? We just got a 1st and goal, and that's going to do it. UTEP absolute dominates Georgia in the national title game. That is unbelievable. 31-7 over Georgia. Michigan was a lot tougher battle than that. But we will take the win, another team down. And that means we are getting closer. And closer, being almost halfway done. with this project that I've been doing for quite a while on this channel. But UTEP is now officially completed here in 6 seasons with the team, and it didn't start off out very well. I mean, 5-7, 4-8, 2-10, then 12-3, 11-3, then 14-2. Kind of wild that we had that big of a turnaround there late. But Cornell, 3,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. We didn't have a really good quarterback. Earl, I'm not even going to pronounce that last name. 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns. We had a really good running back. Zuma also had 108 with 3 on the ground as well. Receiving-wise, Melendez, 808 for 9. Sherry, 7 for 61 and 7, or 761 and 7. Sabry, 482 and 4. I don't know why that makes me think of The Office and like Sabre and Saber. Never know what it's going to be. Grimm, 437 yards, 4 touchdowns, and Velasquez, 318 with 1. Worthy also had 82 and 1 as well. Defensive-wise, Rizzo had 62 tackles that led the team. Gossett had 8 tackles for a loss. Randall had 18 sacks as a 91 overall. It's kind of insane. Stewart, 4 interceptions to lead the team. DeLuca had 7 deflections to lead the team. We did force a lot of fumbles and recovered 10 of them. So that's pretty good. We did have a blocked kick. We did not have a safety, but we did have a defensive touchdown. Kicking-wise, we did miss 4 from 50+, 1 from 30, and 1 from 20. Had 1 extra point blocked on the season as well. Punting-wise, 3,100 yards, 8 inside the 20, and 6 for touchbacks. And no punt or kick return touchdowns for the year. That's going to do it for the episode. Hope you guys do enjoy. If you guys did, hit that like button down below. It is free. It really helps out the channel. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. We're very, very close to 500 subs, and once we hit that goal, we'll be doing a 24-hour stream right here on YouTube, celebrating the milestone, and, of course, watching me stay up for 24 hours, which I haven't done in a very long time. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Tomorrow will be another Z Overall franchise on Over the Show, and then we'll be back with winning a night with every team on Friday, and then after that, will be one more episode on Monday, the 31st, and then that will be starting our streak of uploading every single day in April, from April 1st all the way April 31st, with winning a national championship, having Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and, of course, our Z Overall franchise on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If I can't get an episode of winning a national championship with every team out on a certain day, we'll probably just upload a Z Overall franchise season instead. But hopefully I can get those out on time. Anyways, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.